Hello everyone, good morning. Hope you're well. So we have completed so many classes right now. And so today, I'm gonna share with you how to use degree, positive, comparative, and superlative in your speaking and in your writing as well. And this class is so important because especially in your task one, you got to do a lot of comparison. For example, if you see the pie chart or bar chart or something else like the stats of cricket match, like Bangladesh, India, or India, Pakistan, something like this. So you got to write a report on that stats, and that's why you need to have a lot of comparison. So if you master the skill, how to do the lot of comparison, this class will be game changer. So yeah, so let's enjoy the class. And before starting the class, I'd like to ask you, how are you today? Please type in the chat box. How are you today? Okay. So the next question I'm going to ask you is, have you submitted your homework? And how many submitted have you homework? Please type in the chat box. How many? Studying the class. How many homework have you submitted? Just quickly type in the chat box. So I can see a lot of comments here. So Bijoy Krishna said, good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Bijoy. Masura Sultana Nila said, hello, sir. Hi, Ms. Masura Sultana Nila. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Thank you, sir, for joining today. Nila said, Alhamdulillah, fine. Okay, thank you. So is there anybody else? Who I'm really, really excited to see. How are you today? Okay, so before starting the class, I'd like to tell you something is very, very crucial. You know, how to become a successful person or how to build up a successful career. And I'm going to give you some hints and tips, then I'll start right now. So, there is a proverb, it says, you build a habit and habit build you a success. So that means we are a human being and just we are the what is called slave of habit. If you can build up the good habits, it's gonna generate a lot more result positively. And if you build up some sort of negative habits, that's gonna ruin your career. So I'm gonna give you some sort of examples. So I'm talking about in the UK. So if you have got some sort of if you build up some sort of habit like waking up early in the morning and run for 45 or 50 minutes or 1 hour in the UK, because in the UK, especially, generally people don't sweat. So if you don't sweat, that means there are a lot of germs in your body, and that's why you got to go to the gym or you need to run a lot. This is how you pump your blood, and once you pump your blood, it's gonna make you activate. And once you are activated, so then you generate so much result because you're working so hard. And this is the habit you can build up while you are living in the UK. And the other habit you can build up, like going to the what is called Pedipower or somewhere else. So Pedipower is a organization who allows people to gamble. In Bengali, what is a jua khala, right? So if you go for gambling, then you build up a habit, and you don't feel good if you don't go there. And once you go there, you spend a lot of money, and this is how you ruin your mentality and everything. So this is the habit you need to build, where you can impact positively, where you can generate a positive result. So what I'm gonna do, I'll share my screen in a moment, and I'd like to show you how you can do a lot more things. So next thing is I'd like to share with you, if you are still struggling to speak English fluently, do you know the medicine? Type in the chat box. Dear beginners, আমি আপনাদের সাথে আগে শেয়ার করেছিলাম যে যদি আপনারা স্পিকিং ইংলিশে যদি আপনারা স্ট্রাগল করেন, তাহলে আপনাদের জন্য আমার পক্ষ থেকে মেডিসিন আছে। সেই মেডিসিন হলো 4টা মেডিসিন। So type in the chat box, what are the medicines? Okay, so the medicines are 4 questions. One is, what do you do every day? Second one is, what does your favorite person do every day? Third one is, what did you do yesterday? And fourth one is, what will you do tomorrow? So you need to practice every single day 3 times in a day for next 30 days. So if you start doing that, I believe you will build up some sort of habit that's gonna help you a lot to become a fluent speaker. So make sure you build up such a habit so that it serves you in a positive way to become a fluent speaker. So yeah, so 4 questions you got to practice every single day 3 times and next 30 days. Can you please type in the chat box? 3 times, 4 questions, 3 times, next 30 days. Just 3 things, type in chat box. 4 questions, 3 times, next 30 days. So what I mean by that is, আপনাকে 4টা কোশ্চেন প্রতিদিনই প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে কমপক্ষে 3 বার করে ডেইলি and সামনের 30 দিন. So if you do this, you will see your fluency will be a lot more better. So today our class is about degree. So in the last previous classes, I'm talking about a lot how to get a better score in IELTS speaking. So last few classes, I mean, we have built up your foundation. Now you know 9 structures, especially 10 structure, right? Subject plus be verb 1. So we didn't count it. So rather than we count it from subject plus be verb, do plus subject plus verb 1, this is how. So for past from subject plus verb 2, did plus subject plus verb 1, ws plus did plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark, and then future subject plus will plus verb 1. So this is how we practice a lot and we build up your foundation. So can you remember from the very beginning I told you the class is there are 3 things you need to consider in this course. Those are 3 P's, right? 3 P's. If you can remember what are the 3 P's, please type in the chat box. I'd like to see your comment. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see your comment. What are the 3 P's you got to consider when you are going through this course? Okay. So now we're gonna do a class, and that's gonna be all about comparison. So if you know the comparison, that means you can compare a lot of things, and this is how you can generate a lot of expression, a lot of sentences in various ways. So that's our main goal. So 3 P's is, type in chat box, what are the 3 P's? I said presence, practice, and presentation. So if you follow this formula, 3 P's, presence, so you are in the class, well done, congratulations, thank you very much. Second one is practice. So always you practice with me when I say 3, 2, 1, go, and you practice with me. I appreciate that. And the third one is presentation. This is where I think you are struggling. I'm not sure why you don't do the presentation, but you got to do this. And that's why we set a rule that if you follow these 3 P's, like presence, practice, and presentation, and at the end of 12 presentation, we're gonna give you a certificate. And once you achieve the certificate, that means you'll feel that as well. So once you achieve the certificate, you can speak English. Probably you are not that much fluent, but still you can speak English. So present, practice, and presentation. So can you please type in the chat box, why don't you submit your homework? আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান কেন আপনারা হোমওয়ার্ক সাবমিট করেন না. So some of you are doing really great, and I can see a lot of homeworks are submitted over there. I appreciate that. Congratulations, you are doing really great. And at the end of the course, you will see your improvement. You will see. There will be a lot of people, I mean, they will be surprised to see your fluency. They'll ask you, how did you build up? How do you build up your fluency? They'll ask you, right? And also each and every class I am building you such a way so that you can what is called solve the cue card, because in IELTS speaking there are 3 parts. First part is general question, introduction, these sort of things. Second part is asking and answering. So also I have given the task such way. I said these are the questions you should ask, and you should extend your answer, and then you should answer. So how many IELTS candidates are here who would like to sit for IELTS exam? So please type in the chat box. আমি একটু দেখতে চাই এই জায়গায় কতজন IELTS স্টুডেন্ট আছেন অথবা কারা কারা IELTS করবেন. please type in the chat box IELTS. IELTS. Okay. Sultana Jahanzani said sickness, that's why she didn't. Okay, so when you get time, please do this. So just allocate a time, like these 2 hours. I'm gonna do my presentation. So first of all, I'll watch the lectures and just I'll do my presentation. This is how you should do it, right? So where was I? Okay, so comparison. So there are 3 types of sentences we're gonna make today: positive, comparative, and superlative. So can you please type in the chat box positive, comparative, and superlative? Very quickly, please type in the chat box positive, comparative, and superlative. Okay, there are 3 types of sentences we'll practice, and we will do that. So for IELTS candidate, this is very, very crucial. So if you know how to answer the question, and if you also know how to take a topic and ask a lot of questions to generate some ideas and speak about that topic for 2 to 3 minutes, that means you are ready for speaking module. You are ready. You have completed your speaking module. So my main purpose is to build up your basic, build up your solid foundation in English, and then just moving slowly to get ready for IELTS speaking test. So at the end of this course, you'll be ready for IELTS speaking test. If you don't believe me, go to your center, give a mock test. They'll say at least you're going to get 5.5, 6, 6.57. This is how I'm building your foundation. So dear IELTS candidate, all you got to do is you need to solve the homework the way I give you. There is a purpose, there is a reason behind it. That's why I'm giving you, so that is going to help you in your IELTS test. So every single day when you get the presentation, ask the questions. Okay, first of all, make the questions. Second of all, ask the question. Thirdly, answer the question. Fourth, give a presentation. Do you get me? So there are 4 steps you got to follow to get ready for IELTS speaking test. How many steps? Type in the chat box. Only 4 steps. So number 1 is make questions to the topic. Number 2 is answer it. Number 3, okay, no. So first of all is take the topic. Secondly, make the question. Third one, ask the question. Fourth one, okay, I made a mistake again. So first of all is make the question. Second of all, answer the question. Third one is answer the question. Fourth one is give a presentation. Don't ask and answer, just give a presentation. And this, so if you do this, if you practice this in such a way, so you know how to ask a question, you know how to answer a question, and you need to how to speak fluently for 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. That's the thing you need to have while you are taking preparation for IELTS exam. Okay, so now I'm going to give an example. So I can see there are a lot of IELTS candidates here. I can see Sultana is a student of IELTS. Akash is a student of IELTS. Rishma Akhtar is a student of IELTS. Mahfuzur Rahman said IELTS. Najmul Zaman said IELTS. Neela said IELTS. Okay. Sam said IELTS. Okay. I know you're going to sit for IELTS exam. So now I'm going to tell you a story. So make sure you understand it. So I have seen an interview, a person who is a professor and who needs IELTS to work for UN, United Nations, Jati Sangho, what do you call in Bengali, right? So he's going to get a job in United Nations. That's why one of the condition is he needs to sit for IELTS exam and he needs to have 7.5 in IELTS. So first time he set for IELTS exam. Okay, he's a university graduate. He graduated from university. He did his master's from first world country like USA, and then he also what is called got a job at university, and he was a university professor, right? So he used to give lecture in English and all that stuff. So first time when he sat for IELTS exam, everything was fine. He got his score expected score in reading, in writing, in listening. But the problem that had happened is in his speaking. So first time he got 7 in IELTS. Please type in the chat box. So what was his band score first time? That was 7. And second time, so he found out, he had a discussion with one of the IELTS instructor, and he got all the hints and tips. And the second time when he sat for IELTS exam, he got 8.5. So from 7 to 8.5 is a big gap, right? It's a tremendous improvement. Do you think in 1 week he made tremendous improvement? No. The truth is he didn't understand the rules and regulation of IELTS exam. So first time, yeah, please type in the chat box. First time he got 7, and second time he got 8.5. So the difference was he didn't know the rules and regulation of the IELTS exam. So first time he was asked, do you love online shopping? And he said, no. Okay. So then he was asked, do you love traveling a lot? And he said the true thing. He doesn't love traveling. They said, no, I don't love traveling. And now the question is, IELTS exam is nothing just to do the assessment of your English skill, English language, right? So every question, if you say no, how the examiner gonna assess your language? Because you didn't speak, right? That happened to the professor first time. He was really genuine. He thought, I got to be truthful. I cannot lie, or I cannot make up a story. So that's why he got first time 7, and second time when he understood that, okay, IELTS exam is not to say the true thing. IELTS is not to say the genuine thing. It's not the test of genuinity. It's the test of English language. So if I don't speak a lot, how the examiner will identify or will do the assessment in my speaking test? So second time, he decided he's gonna make up a lot of his story. So if you follow me right now, please type in the chat box story. Type in the chat box story. So all you got to do is in your IELTS exam, you got to make a lot of a story. You don't have to be so much truthful. আপনাকে সত্যবাদী হতে হবে না, right? You don't have to prove yourself. You are genuine. You are very honest. You don't lie. You don't make up a story. No, IELTS exam is all about you speaking. All you got to do is you need to speak, and speak. You got to make up a lot of stories. And if you know how to make up a lot of stories, you will get a better score in IELTS exam. I can guarantee you. So second time, the person, the professor, he used to make a lot of stories, and he used to imagine a lot. So if they ask you, he has decided that next time if you ask me some sort of questions I don't do, still I'll pretend that I do. So let's say, yeah, I studied imagination, and then I make up a lot of stories and I give my answer, and this is how I got from 7 to 8.5. So please type in the chat box story. So if you'd like to get a better score in IELTS exam, you should know how to make up a story. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna start our class. So can you please type in the chat box positive, comparative, and superlative? These are the 3 structures we're gonna practice: positive, comparative, superlative. Positive, comparative, superlative. Type in the chat box very quickly, very quickly. So once I see, you know, what are you gonna do is we're gonna practice today is called degree. That means comparison is positive, comparative, and superlative. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for responding. Some said a story. That means you know how to make a story, right? So try to make a lot of stories when you are practicing. Rishma Akhtar said a story. Okay, thank you. Rahman said a story. Thank you, Rahman. Okay, Sultana said a story. Okay, thank you, Sultana. Nazmul Hassan said, wow. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, Nila said a story. So Sultana Johnson said, sir, I have one question. Also, there's me 3 years old in the birth certificate. So Sultana, I'm giving you the answer. Okay, that's a really great question. Okay, please type in the chat box. Positive, comparative, and superlative. These are the three structures I'm gonna. Okay, Sultan, I'm giving you the quick answer. The first question is, the home office, they would like to see everything is same. For example, just I'm giving some sort of example. There are a lot of students, their dad's certificate name is different, and the on the passport, dad's name is different. So in that case, that's the problem. So all you got to do is you need to have the same name. So as likewise, so if your baby is birth certificate is 2 years old, it has to be always 2 years old. And if you can prove that with evidence, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So now, positive, comparative, and superlative. So can you please type in the chat box a positive sentence you can remember? আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান একটা পজিটিভ সেন্টেন্স যেটা আপনি জানেন এবং আপনার মনে পড়ে। Type in the chat box a positive sentence positive, comparative, and superlative. Quickly type in the chat box a positive sentence if you can remember. So what I can say the clicker is as black as the mouse is. What kind of sentence is this? The clicker is as black as the mouse. What kind of sentence is this? Please type in the chat box. Please type in the chat box. What kind of sentence is this? Okay, next sentence I'm gonna tell you. Okay, thank you. He's good as his brother. Okay, so yeah, type in the chat box. So if you know any positive sentence, no other person in the world is as good as him. Okay, okay. More sentence I'd like to see. Positive sentence. Okay, this kind of positive sentence. So you know this, right? We don't like to go that far. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make some sort of comparative sentences. So let's say, so can you please type in the chat box? So which country is the smallest in the world? Type in the chat box the smallest country in the world. Type in the chat box. So Jamal, if you say that, okay, whatever it is, type in the chat box. So if you know the smallest country in the world, what's the name of the country? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Which one is the smallest country in the world? Very quickly, please type in the chat box. And which one is the largest country in the world? Type in the chat box as well. Very quickly. Which one is the smallest country in the world and which one is the largest country in the world? So yeah, I know you know the answer is Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, and Russia is the largest country in the world, right? So Vatican City is the smallest country in the world and Russia is the largest country in the world, right? So now we're going to make comparison. So we can say Vatican City is smaller than Russia and Russia is larger than Vatican City. Can you say this? Can you say this? So Vatican City is the smallest country in the world and Russia is the largest country in the world. So now we're going to make two sentences. One is smaller than, the other one is larger than. So type in the chat box two sentences. Vatican City is smaller than Russia and Russia is the larger country. Russia is larger than Vatican City. Just put in the chat box two sentences. Vatican City is smaller than Russia and Russia is larger than Vatican City. 2 sentences, please type in chat box. Okay, excellent. Thank you for responding. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. I'd like to see 2 sentences. So, dear beginners, আমাকে এই 2টা সেন্টেন্স chat box এ লিখে জানান। Vatican City is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Vatican City. Quickly. Quickly, type in the chat box. Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is larger than Vatican City. Okay, so just type these 2 sentences. I'd like to see in your comment. I'm going to give you 30 seconds more. So please type in the chat box. Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is smaller than Vatican City. We're going to practice together, right? Don't make any other sentences. Just 2 sentences. Vatican City. Okay. Mrs. Khan said Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is larger than Vatican City. Excellent. Thank you. So I'd like to see these 2 sentences. Quickly type in the chat box. Right. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So now, how many countries you can see in this slide? How many countries here? How many countries you can see in this slide? Quickly type in the chat box. How many countries can you see on this slide? Okay, Anita said Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is larger than Vatican City. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for responding. There is a reason why I'm asking you to type these 2 sentences. Okay, thank you. So yeah, there are 3 countries you can see on the slide. Number 1 is Russia, number 2 is Bangladesh, number 3 is Vatican City. Now we're gonna make comparison among these 3 countries. Dear beginners, আমরা এখন কি করব? এই 3টা কান্ট্রির মধ্যে আমরা কম্পারিজন করব. Let's do it. So Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh, right? Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these 3, Vatican City. So among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest one, and Vatican City is the smallest one. So how many sentences I made? Count it and speak loudly with me, right? So we're gonna start with Vatican City, right? So speak with me. Speak with me. Don't write. Don't write. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest one, Vatican City is the smallest one. How many sentences we made? Please type in the chat box. Again, practice and count, right? So ready? Practice with me loudly. আমার সাথে একটু জোরে জোরে practice করেন. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest one. Vatican City is the smallest one. So 6 sentences we made. 6 sentences we made. One more time, we're gonna practice it. One more time. One more time, we're gonna practice it. Are you ready? One more time. So we're gonna make 6 sentences. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest one, and Vatican City is the smallest one. So how many sentences you made right now? Please type in the chat box. So এই 3টা কান্ট্রিকে কম্পারিজন করে আপনারা কয়টা সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করেছেন আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান very quickly. আমাকে একটু লিখে জানান. So for the betterment of practice, we're gonna practice one more time, then we're gonna move on. So by this time, if you cannot make these 6 sentences, you will be struggling in future, right? So we'll make 6 sentences again. আমরা আবার 6টা সেন্টেন্স তৈরি করব. Are you ready? Practice with me. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these three countries, Russia is the largest one and Vatican City is the smallest one. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. You made 6 sentences. So you made 6 sentences, right? Okay. So Sam says slowly. Okay, Sam, no problem. So this is how I need to make sentences. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these three countries, Russia is the largest one, Vatican City is the smallest one. Now I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Literally, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to make these 6 sentences and give me in the chat box. Then we're gonna move forward. Because if you don't understand it, if you cannot make these 6 sentences, there is no point going forward. আপনাদেরকে আমি 2 মিনিট সময় দিলাম, 120 seconds. Please give me 6 sentences in the chat box. Dear beginners, আমাকে একটু এই 6টা সেন্টেন্স একটু লিখে জানান chat box-এ, right? Quickly লিখে জানান. I'll give you 120 seconds time. So quickly, right? So start writing. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep writing. Keep writing. 6 sentences. Quickly type in the chat box. Very quickly type in the chat box. I'm really excited to see your 6 sentences. Hurry up. Okay, that's right. So in Bengali we say Russia, but in English we say Russia. So when you listen to BBC and if you hear them, they are talking about the war between Russia and Ukraine, they say always Russia. So in English, Russia, in Bengali, Russia. That's right. So I'm still waiting for the answer. So give me 6 sentences in the chat box. Okay, Nazmuzzaman said Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Among these, not then, among these 3 countries, Russia is the biggest. No, Nazmuzzaman, superlative degree. Russia is the biggest one or biggest country, and Vatican City is the smallest country. So you did really well. Just the last part you need to do correction. So copy the whole message, edit it, and submit again. So the last bit would be, among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest one and Vatican City is the smallest one, or Russia is the largest country, Vatican City is the smallest country. Anyway, thank you, Nazmuzzaman. Thank you for trying. So Jamaluddin said Russia is the biggest than Vatican City, and Vatican City is smaller. Jamaluddin, you cannot say biggest than. You should say bigger than. Bigger than. But I think you messed up everything. Literally messed up everything. So try to do what I say, right? So this is how I need to write. Vatican City is smaller than Russia. Oh, sorry, Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest country and Vatican City is the smallest country. So you messed up everything, Jamaluddin. So especially the first sentence, Jamal, you cannot say like that way. Okay, Sultana Zahanani said Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Among these three countries, okay, so among these, it should be plural. Is it plural? Plural. So THESE, these. একটা these হলো এইটা আর these হলো এইগুলো. So among these three countries, THESE, among these three countries, Russia is the largest country and Vatican City is the smallest country. Okay, I'd like to see 100% correct sentence. I'd like to see who can do it, who can deliver it without making any mistakes. Give me 6 sentences. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna practice with you. So if you keep writing, please keep writing, and otherwise you can practice with me one more time. So Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So among these three countries, Russia is the largest country and Vatican City is the smallest country. That's it. Thank you. Right. So type in chat box. Still, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. So these are the 6 sentences I was looking for from you. These are the 6 sentences. Right. So still, if you are typing, that's fine. Keep typing. Give me these 6 sentences, because if you know how to make these 6 sentences, that means you start realizing what would be the structure of comparative and superlative. So still, are you? Yeah, keep typing. Keep typing. I'd like to give you 30 seconds more. Keep typing. So Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican. So Vatican City is the smallest country and Russia is the largest one. Okay. So make these 6 sentences. Okay, I think you got it. I think you got it. Now we're gonna do comparison with other things. So pond, river, and sea. Pond, river, and sea. Can you please type in the chat box if you know the meaning of pond and river? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see, because there would be so many people, I mean, who probably live in Dhaka City for their whole life and they don't know what is all about pond. So please type in the chat box if you know the meaning of pond. এরকম অনেকেই আছেন না যে সারা জীবন জন্ম ঢাকাতে, সারা জীবন ঢাকাতেই ছিলেন, পন্ড সম্পর্কে জানেন না। So if you are one of them, please type in chat box, I don't know. And if you are from village like me, of course you know what is the meaning of pond, what is the meaning of pond, right? So type in the chat box. Okay, so these are the 3 things. These are the 3 things: pond, river, and sea. Yeah, that's right, Shoaib. Thank you for giving me the meaning. So pond, river, and sea, right? So now we're gonna make comparison again. And he said pond is cow. No any. So river, you can say something like this. No diba cow. So if you say khal, you should say canal, right? So pond, river. Okay, it's confusing, I know. Pond, river, canal, lake. It's confusing. However, so pond means pukur, river means nodi, and sea means somudro. So you understand this, right? So pond, river, and sea. Now we're gonna make a lot of sentences. How are we gonna make? Big, bigger, the biggest, smaller, small, smaller, the smallest. So this is how we're gonna make 6 sentences again. Big, bigger, the biggest, small, smaller, the smallest. So now we're gonna start with pond. So pond, so which one is right? Pond is bigger than river or pond is smaller than bigger? smaller than river? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Very quickly type in the chat box. Which one is right? Pond is bigger than river or pond is smaller than river? Quickly type in the chat box. Pond is bigger than river or pond is smaller than river? Okay, Nila wrote, Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. So Russia is the larger than, no, Russia is the largest country and Vatican City is the smallest country. Nila, just you need to correct the last bit. Okay, pond is smaller than river. Excellent, thank you. Pond is smaller than river. So next question is, so is river bigger than sea or is river smaller than sea? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. I'm asking a question. Is river bigger than sea or is river smaller than sea? Type in the chat box very quickly. Excellent. Excellent, Nila. You nailed it. You got it. Thank you. Thank you. So now the question is river bigger than sea or is river smaller than sea? Type in the chat box. Okay. So now, thank you. Thank you for responding. So this is how we can say pond is smaller than river and river is smaller than sea. And now we're going to reverse, right? So sea is smaller, sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among these three places, pond is the smallest one and sea is the biggest one. That's how we can make 6 sentences. Do you understand? So yeah, give me another 6 sentences. Doing the comparison of these three things. এই তিনটা জিনিস কম্পেয়ার করে আমাকে 6টা সেন্টেন্স দেন। আপনাকে যেটা করতে হবে পন্ড দিয়ে শুরু করতে হবে। Pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among these three places, pond is the smallest one and the sea is the biggest one. Type me these 6 sentences. I'd like to see if you can make this comparison. Type in the chat box very quickly. Okay, Zamal said, what is the difference between bigger and biggest? Very good question, Zamal. When you do the comparison between two things, you say bigger than and smaller than, right? So how can I say? Okay, I can say the cup is smaller than the bottle. So these are the two things I'm doing comparison. But this is the comparison, right? But when you're gonna say the superlative thing, like highest, biggest, then you should say superlative degree, the biggest, the smallest. So did I make you understand? যখন আপনি দুইটা জিনিসের মধ্যে কম্পারিজন করবেন, এটার চেয়ে ওইটা, ওইটার চেয়ে এটা, তখন আপনি বলবেন bigger than, smaller than such things. But আপনি যখন superlatively অর্থাৎ সবচেয়ে এইরকম কিছু বোঝাতে যাবেন, তখন আপনি ইউজ করবেন biggest, smallest, highest, lowest. Right? So give me 6 sentences. Pond is bigger than, sorry, pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among these three places, pond is the smallest one and sea is the biggest one. Give me 6 sentences very quickly. I'll be waiting for your answer. 6 sentences. So SS Khan, give me 6 sentences together. I'd like to see. Give me 6 sentences together. 6 sentences together. Okay, so SS Khan said pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is larger than. Then you cut off. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 minute more to give me these 6 sentences. I'd like to see how many of you can give me these 6 sentences comprising these three things. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. We don't have that much time, right? We got to finish it very quickly. I'm gonna run for playing badminton. I'm just ready. Once you finish the class, I'll start cycling, and I'll research to laser zone, and I'll play that badminton. So we're gonna finish our class on time, right? So quickly, give me 6 sentences. Pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among these 3 places, pond is the smallest one. Sea is the biggest one. Give me 6 sentences, not 2, not 3, 6 sentences. I'd like to see if you can understand it. Okay. So dear ALS student, this comparison will help you a lot in your task 1, writing in your ALS exam, because most of the time you'll get bar chart, pie chart, a diagram, these sort of things. So you need to do a lot of comparison, like, so the growth of the countries, like in a diagram. In 1990, what happened? In 2000, what happened? 2020, 22, what happened? So then you should describe the, fluctuation and all that stuff. And in that case, if you understand, if you've got the basic of comparison, you will do better. So give it a try. So I can see a lot of students are making a lot of sentences. So let's read out Nazmuzzaman. Nazmuzzaman said pond is smaller than river, and river is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among these 3 sentences, pond is the smallest one and sea is the biggest one. Excellent. Congratulations, Nazmuzzaman. You made it. Thank you so much. SS Khan said pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is larger than river. River is larger than pond. So among these 3 places, sea is the biggest one and pond is the smallest one. Excellent. Thank you for responding. Thank you for answering. You nailed it, right? Anybody else who can give me 6 sentences like Nazmuzzaman and Khan? I'm waiting. I'm really excited and waiting for your answer. Quickly, give me 6 sentences. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds more, then we're gonna move on. And dear beginners, যদি আপনি এই মুহূর্তে এরকম quickly 6টা সেন্টেন্স না তৈরি করতে পারেন, don't worry about that. So the class is recorded, so watch the class again and make a lot of sentences. Take pen and paper, make a lot of sentences, and you'll be fine, right? So, and still, if you can remember, I shared it. One thing is, repetition is the mother of all skills. Repetition is the mother of all skills. That means আপনি যত repeat করবেন, আপনি সেই skill দ্রুত grasp করবেন, right? So you can do the revision class. How many of you do the revision class? Please type in the chat box revision. আমি একটু দেখতে চাই যে আপনাদের মধ্যে কারা কারা এই ক্লাসগুলো আবার পুনরায় দেখেন. Type in the chat box revision, right? So if you do the revision, you will understand more and you will get the benefit out of it. So still, I spend a lot of money in my different courses, and some of them are recorded and they deliver to us. So last year I have spent like 12,000 pounds a program with Tony Robbins, and some of the things I have recorded, and still I'm watching it, because what I understood that first time when I watched it, I received like 50%, but the second time when I watched it, I received like 70-80%, and third time when I watched it, just I received like 90 to 95%. So the more you're gonna watch it, the more benefit you're gonna get. So yeah, I would recommend you, please watch the revision class, because this is that's the reason we are recording it, so that you can do the revision. And also, if you miss some sort of classes, let's say you have got something very emergency right now, you couldn't do the class, yeah, at night. So the class is on YouTube, and also my team, they give you some sort of what is called reminder, and they give the link of the classes as well. So all you can do is you can do the revision, right? So you're gonna move forward. I cannot see any other things. So these are the things. Now we are going, I shouldn't say tougher or difficult, So we are going to a bit advanced level. So make sure you understand it. So now this time we have added a few things more. You need to understand. So most of the time, as candidates, they make this mistake. If you say the size of pond is smaller than the river, the sentence is wrong. Or if you say pond is smaller than the size of river, the sentence is wrong. Do you know why the sentence is wrong? Please type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Because আপনি পন্ডের সাথে সাইজের কম্পেয়ার করতে পারেন না, এবং সাইজ অফ পন্ডের সাথে আপনি রিভারের কম্পেয়ার করতে পারেন না। আপনি যেটা পারেন সেটা হলো সাইজ অফ পন্ডের সাথে সাইজ অফ রিভারের কম্পেয়ার করতে পারেন, সাইজ অফ রিভারের সাথে সাইজ অফ সির কম্পারিজন করতে পারেন। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই ইউ নিড টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড, ইটস কল্ড কম্পারিজন। সো ইউ গট টু কম্পেয়ার উইথ দ্য সাইজ উইথ সাইজ। সো দিস ইজ হাউ উই ক্যান সে দ্য সাইজ অফ পন্ড is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So among these three places, the size of pond is the smallest one and the size of sea is the biggest one. Do you get me? So আপনি যদি সাইজের সাথে অন্য কিছু তুলনা করেন তাহলে সেন্টেন্স ভুল হয়ে যাবে, প্যারালাল হবে না। এইটার জন্য আপনি গ্রামাটিক্যালি আপনি পানিশড হবেন, আপনাকে মার্কস কম দেবে। আপনাকে যেটা করতে হবে সাইজের সাথে সবসময় কি করতে হবে, সাইজের তুলনা করতে হবে। So this is how you need to make sentences. So practice with me. Don't write. লিখতে হবে না, আমার সাথে একটু প্র্যাকটিস করেন। So the size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So among these three places, the size of pond is the smallest and the size of sea is the biggest, right? So this is how you need to just practice. This is how you need to practice. So all you got to do is you need to compare with size and size. That's the first thing. Did you understand it? If you understood, please type in the chat box understood. আমি এতক্ষণে যতটুকু ব্যাপার বলেছি আপনাদেরকে, যদি বুঝে থাকেন আমাকে একটু আন্ডারস্টুড লিখে জানান। আমি বলছি যে পন্ডের সাথে আপনি রিভারের কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবেন, বাট সাইজ অফ পন্ডের সাথে রিভারের আপনি কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবেন না। যদি কম্পেয়ার করেন সেটা রং। সো আপনাকে কম্পেয়ার করতে হবে সাইজের সাথে সাইজের। Did you get it? So if you really understood, please type in the chat box understood. Type in the chat box understood. Very quickly, please type in the chat box understood. So সাইজের সাথে সাইজের কম্পেয়ার করতে হবে। আপনি যদি বলেন the size of pond is smaller than the river, wrong sentence. So you should say the size of pond is smaller than the size of river. Quickly type in the chat box understood if you really understood. So make sure in your IELTS exam you should comparison with the similar thing, not the other thing, right? So now we're gonna make 6 sentences again. Let's do it with me, right? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. The size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So among these three places, the size of pond is the smallest one and the size of river is the biggest one. Got it? So did you make 6 sentences with me? If you made 6 sentences, please type in the chat box 6. I'd like to see. যদি আপনি 6টা সেন্টেন্স আমার সাথে তৈরি করে থাকেন তাহলে দ্রুত আমাকে একটু লিখে জানান। 6. Okay, now we're gonna make comparison with village, district and country. Village, district and country. So these are the 3 things we're gonna come, and we're gonna make 6 sentences, right? So this is how we're gonna make sentences. So now practice with me. So village is smaller than district is smaller than country is bigger than district is bigger than village. So among these 3 places, village is the smallest one, country is the biggest one. Right, one more time we're going to practice, and this time we have got a challenge. The challenge is we will make 6 sentences in one breath. 6 sentences in one breath. Are you ready? So I know you are ready. Practice with me. Can you remember 3 P's? Presence, practice and presentation. So let's do it right now. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Village is smaller than district. District is smaller than country. Country is bigger than district. District is bigger than village. So among these three places, village is the smallest one, country is the biggest one. Thank you. So if you made 6 sentences in one breath, please type in the chat box 6:1. 6:1. আমাকে একটু দ্রুত লিখে জানান 6:1. দ্রুত লিখে জানান 6:1. So let's see how many of you made 6 sentences in one breath. Right. So now we're gonna practice with the size. With the size, right? Ready? Practice with me. আমার সাথে একটু practice করেন 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. The size. The size of village is smaller than the size of district. The size of district is smaller than the size of country. The size of country is bigger than the size of district. The size of district is bigger than the size of village. So among these three places, the size of village is the smallest one and the size of country is the biggest one. So if you made 6 sentences using these, the size of village, the size of district, size of country, please type in the chat box done. Quickly, type in the chat box done, very quickly. So one more time, we're gonna practice with size, right? One more time, ready? 3, 2, 1, go, let's start. The size of village is smaller than the size of district. The size of district is smaller than the size of country. The size of country is bigger than the size of district. The size of district is bigger than the size of village. So among these three places, the size of village is the smallest one and the size of country is the biggest one. Type in the chat box done if you made 6 sentences using this structure. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now, how many classes we have finished so far today, including today's one? Type in the chat box. আমরা এই যাবত কতগুলো ক্লাস শেষ করে ফেলছি আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান very quickly, একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান কতগুলো ক্লাস আমরা শেষ করেছি. Okay, now do you know the meaning of ornament? If you know the meaning of ornament, please type in the chat box meaning of ornament. যদি আপনি ornamenটের meaning জেনে থাকেন তাহলে আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান very quickly. Okay, so if you ask me what are the ornaments of language, and I would say connectors. So in language, in speaking, in writing, connectors are ornaments. So you know, when the ladies, they are wearing ornaments like, you know, bangle, gold, what is called nose pin and all that stuff, they look what is called more beautiful, they look precious. So in language, if you use connectors, the language looks better, language looks precious as well. So please type in chat box ornaments equals connectors. Ornaments equals connectors. So আপনাদেরকে কি করতে হবে, IELTS স্পিকিং এবং রাইটিং এ আপনাদেরকে কানেক্টরস ইউজ করতে হবে, কারণ ইংলিশ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজের অলংকার হলো ornament হলো connectors. So please type in the chat box connectors equals ornaments. Connectors equals ornaments. So I'm giving you lots of value, right? And we are in advanced level right now. So if you understand it, if you use it, you're gonna get a better score. You're gonna score a better score in IELTS exam. So make sure you understand it, right? So connectors equal ornaments, right? Connectors equal ornaments or ornaments equal connectors, whatever you say. So how are we gonna use ornaments in your language? These are the things what you can see on the screen, right? So you should start it first of all, then you should say moreover, then you should say furthermore, then you should say also, then you should say and, right? So these are the things you should say. And if you have got different ideas, different things, then you should say however, but, though, although. So these are the things you should say. And once you finish it, you should say finally, lastly, to summarize, I would say. Now I'm going to give some sort of examples how to apply it as in your language as ornament. কিভাবে আপনি ornament হিসাবে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ এগুলো ইউজ করবেন আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল দিচ্ছি. For example, I would say, so have you heard about Rishi Sunak? Rishi Sunak is the candidate of prime minister in the United Kingdom. So I love him. I love his personality. He's from Stanford, right? He graduated from Stanford. So now I'd like to talk about Rishi Sunak. In that case, I would say, first of all, Rishi Sunak was ex-chancellor. So that means in Bangladesh it's called finance minister, but in here is a chancellor, right? Moreover, his origin is from India, or his parents are from India. Furthermore, he graduated from Stanford. Also, he is married and he has got 2 daughters. However, so these are the things I have told about him positive, right? Nothing is negative about that. And all of a sudden I say, however, he put a lot of tax. He asked central bank to put a lot of interest, and that's why people can't afford mortgage. Do you understand? And finally, to summarize the whole thing, I would like to say, though Rishi Sunak increased the interest rate, but he's a gentleman. I support him as a prime minister candidate. So this is the whole thing. Did you see how I was coming up? First of all, Rishi Sunak was finance minister. Moreover, he is what should I say? He initiated bounce bank loan, something, and that helped the business owners. Furthermore, he initiated furlough for the employees so that they can get their salary during coronavirus. Also, he is married and he has got 2 daughters. However, so আমি সবগুলো তার সম্পর্কে পজিটিভ বলেছিলাম, অল অফ এ সাডেন আমি কি করেছি, তার সম্পর্কে নেগেটিভ বলা শুরু করেছে। However, in his term, he increased, he asked, or he instructed central bank, Bank of England, to raise the interest rate, and now people cannot afford the mortgage because of interest rate. So finally, though he increased his interest, but considering other steps he has taken, I do support Rishi Sunak as a prime minister, as a candidate of prime minister. Thank you. So you see, this is how your information should follow. এইভাবে আপনার ইনফরমেশন কি করতে হবে, ফলো করতে হবে। এটা আপনার স্পিকিং হোক, এটা আপনার রাইটিং হোক। So if you understand how to use these connectors, your writing should be much more better. Your speaking should be much more attractive. So the examiner will understand, okay, he said, first of all, he's giving one information. Moreover, another information. Furthermore, another information. Also another information, and another information. When some surprisingly say however, that means the examiner is really attentive. Okay, now he's gonna give me opposite direction. Do you understand? So same direction, and however, that means opposite direction. But means opposite direction, right? So when you conclude, you should say, finally, lastly, to summarize, I would say. So now my question is, did you understand what I just said regarding connectors or ornaments? If you understood, please type in the chat box understood. আমি একটু দেখতে চাই যে আমি এতক্ষণ যে কানেক্টর সম্পর্কে বললাম, কারা কারা 100% বুঝে গেছেন। যদি বুঝে থাকেন আমাকে একটু আন্ডারস্টুড লিখে জানান। সো আপনার রাইটিং এর ক্ষেত্রে এটা কাজে লাগবে, আপনার স্পিকিং এর ক্ষেত্রেও কাজে লাগবে। ওকে ডিয়ার বিগিনার্স, যদি আপনি এখনো বুঝে না থাকেন, আপনি যখন কোনো সম্পর্কে কিছু বলতে চান, একই ধরনের ইনফরমেশন যখন দেবেন, তখন আপনি বলবেন ফার্স্ট অফ অল, মোরওভার আরেকটা ইনফরমেশন, ফার্দারমোর আরেকটা ইনফরমেশন, অলসো আরেকটা ইনফরমেশন, এন্ড আরেকটা ইনফরমেশন। একই ধরনের ইনফরমেশন বলতে যাচ্ছেন। অল অফ এ সাডেন যখন আপনি ডিফারেন্ট ধরনের, অপোজিট ধরনের ইনফরমেশন দিবেন, তখনই বলবেন হাউএভার। বাট যখনই আপনি হাউএভার এই কানেক্টরস ইউজ করছেন, এক্সামিনার সাথে সাথে বুঝে গেছে যে আপনি ডিফারেন্ট ধরনের ইনফরমেশন দিচ্ছেন। আর যখন শেষ করবেন, তখন ফাইনালি, লাস্টলি, টু সামারাইজ, এগুলো ইউজ করবেন। ওকে, আই ক্যান সি লট অফ স্টুডেন্টস আর সেড আন্ডারস্টুড, আন্ডারস্টুড, আন্ডারস্টুড। থ্যাংক ইউ। উই আর অ্যাবাউট টু ফিনিশ দিস ক্লাস। দিস ইজ ইউর হোমওয়ার্ক, রাইট? This is your homework. So I would like to request you one thing. When you finish this homework, you should share on your Facebook. I repeat, once you done this homework and you submitted in the Facebook group, from Facebook group, you should share it on your Facebook. The reason why I'm saying this, why I'm asking this is, look, I'm not charging you money. I'm investing my time in you, because how can I explain it? So I should say this is the giving back to the community, because when I was in Bangladesh, I studied at public university. I took the taxpayer money because I used to pay 20 taka to my hostel. And so 20 taka, it was very small amount of money to pay the hostel fee. And the remaining amount of money, so the government took from the taxpayer money. So a lot of people, they paid tax, and that's why I was able to get my certificate from University of Chittagong, right? If I studied, private university, I had to spend a lot of more money. So what I believe is I need to give it back. And really, I want to help some of you to come to UK, US, or Canada and settle there and change your life through education. That's what I want. And at the end, probably 5 years, 10 years, not intentionally, unintentionally, automatically in your subconscious mind, you're gonna raise your hand to make dua for me. That's what I want from you. That's why I'd like to help more people. So if you share this video, your homework, on your Facebook page, on your personal profile, a lot of friends, they will watch it, and they will come back to you and they'll say, hey, what course you have done? How did you improve so much? Can you please give me the information? And once they come to you, then you will say, Hassel Education has provided a course. It's called Speak English in 12 days. And we have finished like 10 classes. And yeah, I practice a lot. I was present in the class, and I was giving the presentation. And my teacher, he requested me to share this on my Facebook. That's why I've shared, and he knew it. Yeah, you can come back to the next course. So every month they are running a course. It's called Speak English in 12 days. And also they're going to give free IELTS preparation course as well. If you finish the 12 days speaking challenge. So once you finish like 12 presentation, you're going to get free course in IELTS. So that means just if you go to the corner, what is called language center, probably you got to pay 10,000 for this course. For IELTS, 20,000. So you are getting 30,000 pounds, sorry, not pound, 30,000 taka gift from me, from Hassel Education, from my team, right? So you should be helpful to others as well. So dear beginners, যেটা আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি যে আপনার মতো আমি চাই আরো অনেক স্টুডেন্টকে হেল্প করতে। আর রিজন হলো, হেল্প করার রিজন হলো, দিস ইজ মাই মিশন। আমি চাই যে কমপক্ষে 1 থেকে 1,500 স্টুডেন্টদেরকে, তাদেরকে হেল্প করে বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রিতে পড়াশোনা করার জন্য, এবং এট দ্য এন্ড যারা সেই জায়গায় সেটেলড হয়, এবং ফাইনালি তারা যাতে আমাকে দুহাত তুলে দোয়া করে। দ্যাটস দ্য ফার্স্ট থিং। সেকেন্ড থিং ইজ, যখন আমি বাংলাদেশে ছিলাম, প্রায় পাবলিক ইউনিভার্সিটিতে পড়েছি, 20 টাকা টিউশন ফি দিয়ে পড়েছি, সেটা ছিল ট্যাক্স পেয়ারের মানি, রাইট? সো আই হ্যাড সাম সর্ট অফ রেসপন্সিবিলিটিস টু মাই কান্ট্রি as well. So that's why I'm giving it back to you, right? That's why I'm investing my time in you, because I'm not the typical person. I have got so much free time, as I'm running a business, not one, 3 businesses. So one is H&K business, one company, Hassel Free Education Limited, second company, Properties Limited, third company. So 27 employees. Then we have got business partners as well. So 6 locations. I don't have that much time, and still I manage my time to give it to you. So all I want from you is do this homework, submit it in the Facebook group, then share from the Facebook group. আপনার কি করতে হবে? এই হোমওয়ার্কটা করতে হবে, সাবমিট করতে হবে ফেসবুক গ্রুপে, তারপরে ফেসবুক গ্রুপ থেকে আপনার প্রোফাইলে এটা একটু শেয়ার করে দেবেন। ওকে, সো দিস ইজ দ্য হোমওয়ার্ক। So first of all, you need to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Habib. I'm a teacher and I live in UK, and I have been teaching this English language for over 11 years, and I really want to help some of the students to build their foundation in English, then do IELTS course with us and get a better score in IELTS with us, and apply to the UK, US, or Canadian university. So now I'm gonna give a presentation regarding hassle-free education. Well, I found this. Okay, first of all, as I told you, you should ask and answer. The first question is, how did you find hassle-free education? So you know the better answer. কিভাবে আপনি hassle-free education কি পেয়েছেন? I found hassle-free education. Oh, that's a good question. I was browsing on Facebook group, in IELTS group, and all of a sudden someone sent me a message, and he or she was asking, are you interested in doing a course for free? And I said yes, and they gave me the link, and I'm here today. So can you speak English right now? Yes, I can speak English right now, and you can see I followed my teacher's instruction. He said 3 P's is present, practice, and presentation. So every single day I was present in the class, and I practiced with my teacher a lot. I practice also with my classmates as well, and I have got a one-to-one practice group as well. I schedule a call, and we speak in English. And so I have given already 9 presentations, and if you watch that, then you'll be able to recognize or identify, or you'll be able to say that I can speak English right now. So I have learned so many things. So the question is, what did you learn over 9 days or 10 days? I have learned so many things, but I'd like to mention few, because I don't have that much time to say everything in the presentation. So I learned the basic structure. I learned how to improve the fluency using the 4 questions, and also I am confident that the sentence I'm making is right, is correct, because I know the pattern of the sentence according to the structure. And also I have got confidence that I can give a presentation in English. So what is the aha moment of this course? You can say I never ever give a presentation, but due to this class, that was the one of the thing was presentation. So I had to do it, and I did it. The first time when I started doing the presentation, I was so nervous. I thought I'm not going to do it anyway. But however, my teacher forced me, my classmates, what is called, they inspired me, giving some sort of comments, and I started giving the presentation, and now I'm loving it. This is my aha moment. So how can you improve more? So once I finish this course, of course, I'm going to finish my presentation, all the presentation I'm going to give. I'm going to achieve my qualification, certificate, and after that I'll join IELTS preparation course, and this is how I'm going to improve my English. Any positive comments or negative comment about hassle-free education? So I don't know what comments do you have. If you have got positive comment, you should say how we are helping people getting into the university. Even we are picking up from the airport once they get the visa. So the last question is, would you recommend us? Your answer might be yes, and you should give a reason why. It might be it's free, it might be it's helpful, it might be you love the team of hassle-free education, whatever it is. So this is the system of solving the key card. So first of all, these are the questions. Now you should ask one by one and try to make more sentences. সংক্ষেপে আনসার করবেন না, আনসার কি করবেন যাতে বেশি করে কথা বলা যায় সেভাবে আপনি আনসার করবেন. Introduce yourself. Tell 10 sentences. How did you find us? Okay, I found it on Facebook. 1 sentence. No, don't do this. Okay, that's a good question. I think I found it on internet. Especially one day I was browsing on social media, especially Facebook, and someone knocked me and he invited me to do this course, and it was free. That's how I found it. Did you get me? So instead of saying 1 sentence, I gave 4 or 5 sentences. I'll mean speak more, speak more, speak more, right? So can you speak English now? I didn't say yes, I can speak English, or no, I cannot speak. So you should say a lot of sentences. I believe that I can, because the class, the main slogan was 3 P's. That was present, practice, and presentation. So every single day I attend the class and I practice with my teacher, and also I give the presentation. And if you watch my 8 or 9 presentation, you'll be able to say I can speak English now. Speak more, speak more. This is how. So what did you learn over 9 days? So this is, for this question you can answer, you can use ornament. First of all, moreover, furthermore. So কি কি জিনিস 3-4টা জিনিস সেকশন, সেটা আপনি বলবেন, সাথে সাথে বলবেন ফার্স্ট অফ অল, মোরওভার, ফার্দারমোর। ওকে, হোয়াট ইজ ইউর আহা মোমেন্ট? সবচেয়ে আপনার আহা মোমেন্ট কি, মানে সারপ্রাইজিং মোমেন্ট কি? different unique key আপনি এই কোর্সে পেয়েছেন, how can you improve more, so did you understand how to do the homework and what to do? If you understood it 100%, please type in the chat box 100%. I'd like to see আপনারা যদি এই লেকচার হোমওয়ার্ক কিভাবে করতে হবে এবং কিভাবে ফেসবুকে শেয়ার করতে হবে এটা যদি জেনে থাকেন তাহলে আমাকে একটু লেকচার লিখে জানান কমেন্ট বক্সে 100%. Okay, so thank you so much for joining today. We are about to finish the course. I think we have got 1 or 2 classes, so make sure you come to the class on time. And from the last 3-4 classes I kept saying you is advanced level, so don't miss even a single class. So every day you're learning a lot. If you can apply it, your life will be changed for forever. You don't have to look back. And you know why I'm saying this? Because this is how my life has been changed. I'm from a lower middle class family. I couldn't afford the lunch when I was having the training, and today I'm a millionaire. We generated 7 figures revenue from all the companies like H&K, Hassel for Education, and LOT Properties, right? So one thing is nobody can stop you to be a successful other than you. So don't blame others, don't blame mom, don't blame dad, don't blame brothers, don't blame girlfriend, don't blame boyfriend, don't blame husband, don't blame wife. So when you trigger your finger to you that I'm the responsible, everything has been changed. Don't give any excuses. I don't have time, I don't have money, don't do it. Don't do it. So this is the character of broke people. Jara mentally, physically, spiritually broke, they're gonna blame others. You should take the responsibility. So if you cannot speak English, this is my responsibility. If I cannot help students to come to the university, this is my responsibility. If I cannot make money, this is my responsibility. If something happened to my company, this is my responsibility. I don't blame, this is you. Hey, you have done this, you are fired. You have done this, you are fired. No, this is my responsibility. So what I'm going to invite you is take the responsibility. Take the ownership of your responsibility. Your whole life will be changed, right? So make sure you understand what I'm saying right now. So thank you for joining today's class. Please give me the feedback. How was today's class? It is okay? Is it excellent or it is outstanding? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see your comment. And until then, Allah Hafiz. Next class, we're gonna come up with prepositions. So don't miss the class. So once you have the preposition class, you will see you are not confused about the preposition. You will be able to utilize them in your speaking, in your writing, and you'll be much more confident in your speaking and writing once you have the class of prepositions. So thank you. Rate me, give me the comment, okay, excellent, or outstanding, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. I got to run for badminton.